Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool, and we are back with ICSE syllabus and chapter number 2 of chemistry. Okay, that is physical change and a chemical change. So we have already discussed about a chapter called matter in a very detailed way and revise that and come back to this video. And if you want to revise a chapter called matter, you can just go to the link that is popping up above. Okay, fine. And let us come to a chapter. Physical change and chemical change is a very simple chapter, yet very interesting also. You should clearly able to differentiate between what is physical change and what is a chemical change. That's a very important aspect to learn in case of chemistry. Okay, so chemistry is all about a change. One substance would be there, it undergoes a reaction, it would convert into another substance. You should able to recognize what is happening in that change. Okay, so that is what we are going to discuss in this particular chapter. First, let us discuss about a physical change. Later we will talk about a chemical change, and later finally let us try to differentiate between physical change and a chemical change. Okay, fine. And coming to the topic, physical change. So what do you mean by a physical change? It's very simple. It is that change which involves change in the state of matter. Okay, it is that change which can alter physical state of a matter, but not a composition of a matter. Okay, say for example you have water. Okay, I have a beaker of water here for you. This is a beaker of water. Imagine if I start heating this water, what would happen? Slowly the liquid water will evaporate and it will become a vapor. Yes or no? It's a liquid, pure water. I am heating it. So this will evaporate and go into the atmosphere. And do you observe a change in a state here? Definitely. Here the content of water in a beaker is in a liquid state. After heating, it is going into the atmosphere and there it is staying in the form of a vapor. There it is staying in the form of a gas, isn't it? That is, the liquid state has converted into gaseous state. This is what we mean by altering physical state of a matter. Physical state is getting changed. Solid may become liquid, liquid may become gas, gas may become liquid. Like that, physical change involves the change in the state of matter. The one which is liquid before, after physical change, it will not be in a liquid state. It may not be in a liquid state. It would have converted into gaseous state or solid state maybe, whatever. Okay, so physical change involves the change in a physical state, but not a composition. This is very important, guys. Okay, so imagine what is water molecule? H2O. So many H2O molecules are there in this beaker. Once you heat it, it will evaporate. So in the vapor state or gaseous state, what may be the composition of water? H2O only. Yes or no? So H2O is there in a beaker. After heating, only the state has changed. This might have converted into gaseous state. But in that gaseous state also, water is H2O only. You have 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. Here also you have 2 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of oxygen. Okay. So chemical composition will never be changed. Only the physical state can be changed. That particular change, we will call it as physical change. Okay, so remember this point in your mind, there will never be a chemical composition change. Okay, chemical formula of a compound or molecule before and after will remain same. Okay, only the state can be changed. The solid may convert into a liquid, liquid may convert into a gas. So, but chemical formula of a matter, whatever would be there, that will always remain same. Okay, so this is a very important point to be remembered in case of physical change. Okay, and now we will study about the characteristics of physical change. Clear? There are certain characteristics that we have to remember. Let us go through them one by one. The first characteristic is no new substance is formed. No new substance can be formed during a physical change. During physical change. Okay, what do you mean by this point? Like just now I explained with water, isn't it? Say water before heating it is H2O only. After heating it might have converted into gas, but even in the gaseous state it is water, that is H2O. Okay, you have not observed any new substance forming. Yes, before it was H2O, after the physical change also it is H2O only. Only the state has changed, liquid has converted into gas, that's it. There is not like a new substance has formed. No, right? So this is the first characteristics of physical change. There will not be any new substance formed during a physical change. Okay? And the second important characteristic is physical change is reversible. Physical change is reversible. You can reverse the change. Say liquid water was there, I heated, it became a gas. That gas can also be converted into liquid, no? On condensation. If you cool the gas, you know that water which is there as a gas, if you cool it, that particular gas will get converted into liquid. Right? The process is reversible. Say for example, the same water you kept it in a fridge, it will become ice. In ice also you have H2O, liquid water also H2O, there is no new substance formed. The same ice which was there in a fridge, keep it outside. What would happen? It will again get converted back into water. Water, you kept it in the fridge, it became ice. Ice, you are bringing it outside and it is becoming a water. What does this mean? The process is reversible. Okay, so you can convert from one state to another state very easily and it is reversible. Okay, so this is one of the important characteristics of physical change. And the third important thing is there is no change. There is no change in weight of a substance. Weight of a substance during a physical change. During physical change. Okay. So what do you mean by this point, guys? Say for example, I took 20 grams of sugar. Say for example, I took 20 grams of sugar. Okay, in this water. I dissolved it nicely. Imagine I am heating this. I am heating this. So after heating, what would happen? All the water would go into the atmosphere. Okay, and you will find that white colored substance, sugar. Once the water is gone, you will observe the sugar back, isn't it? And if you weight the amount of sugar, it will be a 20 grams only. Okay, there will not be any change in the weight of a substance. Clear, everybody? Say you added 20 grams of sugar, you dissolved nicely. Now what you did, you started heating it, all the water would go into the atmosphere, your sugar will reappear. Okay, so if you weight the sugar, you will get 20 grams itself because nothing has changed chemically. Sugar has not undergone a chemical reaction with water here. Just you dissolved it, it is there in company with water, that's it. Okay, and you have removed all the water. Now you got back your sugar, and when you weigh it, you will get it around 20 grams only. Okay, so the weight of a substance will not change before and after the physical change. Okay, one more example if you want. You take ice. Okay, so you take ice, 20 grams of ice you take in one particular vessel. You allow it to melt. Okay, after melting it will get converted into liquid, no? So you will observe 20 grams of water only. Okay, so the weight of a substance will never change, right? So there is no change in weight of a substance during a physical change. This is also a very important point to be remembered here. Okay, and the last point here is little change of energy, very little change of energy, very little change of energy or temperature is observed during a physical change, So what do you mean by this point here? See, whatever may be the change, whenever a matter is undergoing a physical change or chemical change, always it is associated with the change of energy. Okay, sometimes, say for example, the liquid water, if I heat only, no, it will get converted into gas. That means there is a change in temperature. Okay, so this temperature change is always very little in case of physical change. You no need to heat it for a very long time to observe that gaseous water. Yes or no? Okay, and even melting also, the one which is there in fridge at very low temperature, it is there in the form of solid. You are keeping it outside, that's it. Okay, you're keeping it outside and it is automatically getting converted into liquid. Here also temperature is changing. Previously it was very cool and now you are bringing it to room temperature and you're keeping it, that ice is getting converted into liquid. Okay, temperature is changing, but the change is not a very large change. The change is a very little change. Okay, so temperature definitely changes or energy definitely changes during a physical change also, but the change is very, very, very little. You don't observe a large change in energy. Okay, you will observe a very little change in energy. Even in physical change, sometimes you have to supply heat from outside, or sometimes heat is released during the change itself. So whatever may be, heat absorbed or heat released, the change in energy or heat is very, very, very little. Okay, so this is another characteristic of physical change. So you have to remember the definition and the characteristics. So I repeat the characteristics once again. There is no new substance formed during a physical change because the chemical composition remains the same, isn't it? So before a change or after a change, you will observe only state is getting changed. Solid is becoming liquid, liquid may become gas, that's it. Okay, so there is no change in the chemical formula or chemical composition. So that's why we say there is no new substance formed. Second one, the process is reversible. Okay, say ice, solid can get liquid, and again this liquid, if I keep it in a fridge, it becomes a solid. Say the process is reversible, and there is no change in the weight of a substance during physical change. And finally, very little change of energy or temperature is observed during a physical change. Okay, and now we will see some real life examples of physical change with the help of visuals and pictures. Okay,
so physical changes here. Boiling water, see, vessel full of water is getting boiled here. Before boiling it's in a liquid state, after boiling it will be there in a vapor state, but in liquid state also water is H2O, in vapor state also water is H2O. There is no change in the chemical composition, isn't it? And observe the drying of cloth. Whatever water was there in a cloth is just getting evaporated. It's getting converted into liquid form, into gaseous form. Chemical composition is remaining same. Okay. Similarly, melting of ice is also a physical change. Beating of metal. Beating of metal in the sense, see, when you beat a metal, you can beat it into thin sheet or thin wires. Say, suppose this is iron rod, you are beating it. Before beating it is also iron only. After beating, shape may change, but in that chemically it is iron only. There is no change, isn't it? Glowing of bulb is also physical change. Then cutting of fruits. Before you cut or after you cut, the chemical composition of fruit will never change, isn't it? And sublimation. What do you mean by sublimation? Converting solid straight away into gas form when you heat it. That is called sublimation. And this is what camphor, okay, when you burn it, you know, this solid camphor will get converted into gaseous camphor. But chemically, in solid form, whatever chemical component is there, the same chemical component will be there in a gas form also. Okay, so sublimation is also one of the very important example for physical change. And magnetization of iron. Say this is a magnet and this is a iron piece. So when you hold it to a magnet, you know, your iron also will get converted into magnetic in nature. It will behave as magnet only when, as long as magnet is there in contact with iron. So once you remove this magnet out, then iron will lose that magnetism. Okay, so as long as this magnet is there near iron, you know, the iron also will act as a small magnet. We say it acquired magnetism. Okay, but once you remove that magnet from iron, it will lose that magnetization. Okay, so magnet gains that magnetic property as long as magnet is there near it. Once you remove it, there is no magnetization. Okay, so magnetization of iron is also the best example for physical change. Okay, so these are some real life examples of physical changes I gave you, and this completes about our physical change. And if you like our video, please like it, share it and subscribe for more updates to learn it in a easier way. So in my next video, I'll be dealing with a chemical change and its characteristic. Okay, till then, take care and thank you one and all.